It's been a long time since I did this thing, record myself. So many things changed, many news, uh, so many news actually that I don't know where to start. So uh, I haven't been practicing my English almost, I don't know, maybe 4 months. 4 months, and this is this is no good. No practicing is no good. So, but I've been doing some things. Actually, I've been doing one thing about my English. Um, it is reading books. So I've been reading books. What book? It's Harry Potter. Yeah, you should start with Harry Potter if you're gonna read something in English for your language improvement, And I've been reading Harry Potter. I actually have read already have read already 6 books of Harry Potter, and I'm right now reading the last one, seventh book, and um, it's it's been helpful for me. I actually can sense it, in my confidence, in my vocabulary, in my everything, regards to my language skills. So, um, actually, first, not first one, the second book and the third one I've read out loud, actually, to train my muscles to pronounce the words um, that I that I read in this book, and it's been helpful also. But last 4 books maybe, I've read, not out loud, I don't know, with my eyes, and this is wonderful, reading books. I've never read before. Any books in English. I read them in Turkish, in Russian, in Kazakh, obviously, and but not in English. So first thing, I came when I came to Almaty. When I came back to Almaty, I actually quit my job in Russia. Last time I was in Russia, working there for last 4 years, I think, and right now I'm in Kazakhstan working in a company in a construction industry. And so when I came back to Kazakhstan, first I bought books, Harry Potter books, and I've been planning this for a long time, to buy books and read them, because I knew that reading is a significant part of the process of learning languages, and I actually never read books in English, but that doesn't mean that I didn't read anything in English. I actually did, and it was mostly news from news website and some stories, short stories. Um so that's been also helpful, but not until I thought that those things can replace reading actual reading of books, but uh, my opinion on that changed when I started reading books, because nothing can replace books, reading, and many things changed, like I mentioned before. It's first thing, it's confidence. You can feel that, you've you've read books and you can feel that you're confident in your English to some point, and many things other than confidence changed. It's like I said, vocabulary. My vocabulary is uh, bigger um, bigger than it was before, that than it's used to be. And when you actually it's mainly helpful for your vocabulary and also your knowledge, but overall knowledge. But um, why I think books are important for vocabulary, mainly because when you learn new words, uh, you have to see them every day. Mm, uh, cause, cause, and you have to see them in context, cause uh, a word isolated uh, from context, from actual text, it's like you learn them and you memorize them, but uh, you don't gain confidence from learning just words isolated from everything, cause context is everything in vocabulary, and uh, w- w- when I started reading books in English, it it's when you're just starting reading books, it's like overwhelming, you you read so many new words, you see so many new terms, new contexts, and but over time it changes, because um, when you see a new word the first time, it's like you don't memorize the word, you don't see actual meaning, maybe other meanings other than the main meaning of the word. So, and you don't have a sense of the word. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I'm trying to explain myself. Uh, and when, like I said, when you see the word first time, you don't feel the word, but second time and third time and so forth, you start gaining gaining mm, confidence, like I said, and not only confidence but feeling of the word. Doesn't matter what kind of word is this, what sort of term is it, but what sort of term it is, but um, uh, regardless, it gives you confidence about the word, and you start seeing other meanings of the word. You memorize the word uh, actually faster than you do it isolated, and actually I actually never did, but I never really did, but after reading books I completely stopped memorizing words, like taking dictionary and memorizing them, learning some meanings, but it's over time it evaporates, and after some time you don't have a clue about the word because you never saw it in context, and uh, never read it or saw it so frequently, like every day or every week. But when you read books, you actually do it uh, naturally, naturally do it, because um, in any language has only so many words, so there is some words that actually maybe used like so many times, and uh, in my experience, personally, I I've realized that some words are some words are like some words are like you, you about those words. Interesting thing is that you actually never used them, never saw them, never heard of them, but uh, they are in books, and they are not used frequently in spoken language, but in books they are like used frequently, so frequently that you memorize them after like 3-4 times, because you after 3-4 times encountering them. So when you encounter some words like 3-4 times in 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 a book, you already like you immediately know that this word is gonna be used so many times in this book, because you are just starting reading books, but you've already encountered the word like 4 or 5 times maybe. So your brain gets used to it, and you memorize them automatically, and you feel them naturally. uh, like you can go so deep in um, in vocabulary, like you actually learn some words that are rarely used in spoken language, but you nevertheless you learn them, and even if you don't use those words that you learn from a book, you're gonna it's gonna give give you depth in your vocabulary. Depth is important, because actually the thing that gives you confidence, it's like it's depth of your vocabulary, not size of your vocabulary. But size is also important, like quantity of the words that you know. But depth is like more important, like the most important thing in vocabulary, I think. And this depth gives your gives you gives you confidence in your vocabulary, in your language skills, that no other methods of learning language might ever give you, you know. and and this is the most important thing that I've realized, that I've learned from books. And uh, I've only read 6 books, like 6 editions of Harry Potter, and I'm now reading 7th book. But you can see like how books are important in general, because only 6 books that I've read so far gave me so many things, and most importantly gave me confidence in my English. I'm now I'm now not right now I'm not scared of showcasing my language skills, speaking, practicing, in every day. Before, when I was practicing my English through Italki, when it's time, like when it's time to meet the person, meet the teacher, and before our class, like in Italki, I was like always I used to be always like I used to be before my classes in Italki, before my practice, I used to be nervous all the time, nervous as crazy, because of confidence. I think because of confidence, but at the time I didn't know the cause of the but nervousness. But right now I think that it was lack of the confidence, lack of confidence. And why I didn't have confidence at that time, because I had vocabulary, but like large. I think I can't say that it was large, but it had like big amount of words. But the thing that I didn't had didn't have at the time, but I have right now, is depth of my vocabulary. And I've gained um, depth the depth of of my vocabulary through books. And this is how much is important, how much are important books in your language skills, in your learning of any language. So this is the main thing that I've realized, and that I've wanted to share with you, whoever is listening to this batshit crazy things. Like, but mm, but I'm truly happy that mm, at long last started reading books, because I've been thinking about it for a long time. And like I said, there's so many news, I don't even know what to mention, what to not. But I've already mentioned that I quitted my job. It was it was it was like relief. It was a relief, because uh, I I don't know. I wasn't. I think I wasn't happy in Russia in my previous job, but I am right now. And other news is that I'm I'm getting married uh, next not next not next week, but 30th of this month. And yes, I'm getting married, and like after 2 weeks. And mm, I'm nervous about this too, but the person that I've chose to be with for the rest of my life is is a beautiful and is a beautiful and nice and smart and loving person. So I'm not nervous about her, but about myself. But I think that nervousness in face of marriage is normal. So 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 I get to I've got I got used to it already, I think. And other news is, like I said, I have a new job now, new workplace, and I've been working here for the last 2 months, and it's nice. It's yeah, it's cool. For It's good for gaining experience and learning useful things. Other than that, uh, yeah, I'm still learning language. You may ask that for your learning English for so long, when you're gonna, maybe you're not gonna ask, but I will answer anyway. Like, when you're gonna stop learning, or uh, I will say that you're never gonna stop if you're like, if your mind is in the right place. You're never gonna stop learning. 100 years live, 100 years learn. We have saying like that in our culture. So I'm learning it. Like I said, I stopped practicing it because of financial reasons. Yeah, I know that you can practice for free in other platforms, or mm, in other places. But I got used to italki so much that I'm I don't think that I'm gonna change the platform, but I'm gonna get my financial situation, make my financial situation better, and restart practicing in ice hockey. And I also thinking about English courses because I've never actually went to any course about English, but and I think that this is this is like this is like never like you can actually learn language. Like I said, I can be example of this thing, proof of it. But you can learn language, like I said, by yourself. But uh, some part of me thinks that you you better uh, have some classes, actual classes, offline maybe, and go to English course to an English course, and surround yourself in this environment. You know, you have to put yourself in this environment of learners, in this environment of people who love learning, who has the same interest, the same level of interest maybe about languages. And so I'm planning it, but I don't know for sure that I don't know that when I'm gonna do it, when I'm gonna actually start taking courses. But I'm gonna do it in the near future. So this is the uh, this is this is in my plans for the future. And and my dream, maybe not a dream, but a goal of mine is to take TOEFL tests and get like you know, I can be confident of my English without any test. But the TOEFL test that I wanna take is that the reason of doing so is that I wanna cement my English, and cement. I wanna see the actual result, real world result of my hard work that I've been doing for so long. I wanna like reach some. I think it's gonna fulfill me, the taking of the test, and getting the highest possible result in the test is gonna make me happy. Maybe not, but I I I think that it's gonna make me feel good at least. And uh, uh, it's 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 been a year, almost a year, since since I recorded myself. Yes, so many things changed. So many. What else? Yeah, I've been home for the summer, for the last summer, for 3 months, and I've been doing things that I love, that I actually love. And the main thing that I love is reading books. Actually, I've been reading books not only in English but in Turkish also, and because I have to think sometimes about my Turkish too, because Turkish also as a language needs to be practiced, needs to be thought about sometimes. So I've been reading books. I've been meeting my friends. I've been playing soccer. I've been meeting new people, and I've also met my future wife this summer, and this is been this is this is the this has been like the most important thing that I did in this summer. And yes, let's not get emotional or like overshare anything. So I and this summer, yes, this summer was one of the best. And also I I forget I forgot about I forgot to mention other important thing that I've accomplished, or like that I've started doing this summer, is building a house. Yes, I've started to build my house. I've dreamed about this for so long, and the foundation works are over already, and I'm planning to build, like, to continue works next summer, maybe, because again, because of financial situations, but I've started, and this is important to start. And I hope that I'm gonna finish the construction in 2 years, maybe. And future is bright. Future seems bright right now. It didn't when I was in Russia. It didn't so when I was in Russia. So I hope that it doesn't seem like mumbling to you, because I'm a little tired. It's been a long day. Today was a long day, and today was a long day, actually, and I'm a little tired, but it's not a reason to stop doing other things, and this recording was in my mind for the last maybe month or two, and Also, I'm gonna mention that my first recording that I've uploaded on YouTube got to 2,000 something views, maybe 2,800, maybe 3,000, but but I but I'm shocked, who are those people? Who are these people who listen to this to the to this thing, that I do? But whoever you are, I'm thankful that you listen. I don't think if I'm gonna call it a podcast, but it's the thing. It's the same thing, I think. Podcasting and this thing I'm doing over here, and so thank you for your time. If you are listening for this episode, maybe let's call it, I'm thankful also, and keep doing it, and it's gonna give me motivation to keep going myself, keep doing these recordings. So yeah, thank you again. Let's not get emotional, cause I do sometimes. And what else? Let's talk about Harry Potter and his life, his story. So the first book was Philosopher's Stone. Harry Potter was a child back then, 10 years old, and he was living with his uncle, aunt, and his cousin, and he didn't know that it was a wizard until Hagrid, or I don't know how to pronounce it right, Hagrid, until he met Hagrid, and since that point it changed, his whole life changed, and he found his identity, his nature, and his environment. And don't worry, I'm not gonna spoil anything if you never read the book or watched the movie. This is like brief. This is gonna be like a brief review of the books. And the second book was second book was Chamber of Secrets. And in the book, they are in the second book. They are Harry Potter starts his second year in Hogwarts, the school of witchcraft and wizardry, and he he meets he met he meets their uh, Ginny, the girl that they're gonna the girl that Harry is gonna have some special relationship with. And again, I'm not gonna spoil. I hope that I didn't. And they and this story, the main story of the book, is gonna be about Ginny, I think, and of course about Harry Potter and his friends. And the third book is Harry Potter in the Prisoner of Azkaban. And in the third book, Harry Potter meets his godfather, and the story of the book mainly about his godfather, his mother, and his father, and himself, obviously. And the fourth one is the Goblet of Fire. The fourth one actually is the Goblet of Fire. There, the author introduces us to other schools of witchcraft and wizardry. Yes, there is actually turns out to be other schools of witchcraft and wizardry, and they're gonna have a tournament that's called Triwizard Tournament, where 3 schools of witchcraft and wizardry are gonna compete each other in wizardry, and there is also some other things, but I'm not gonna spoil, like I said. And the 5th one is Order of the Phoenix, and this is the longest book I've actually read and in my life, and in the book there's an order that's called the Order of the Phoenix, and the members of the order fight who must not be named, like they say. And the 6th one is Half-Blood Prince, and this one is about this is about this book is about the sixth one. I mean, is about the childhood of 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 Voldemort. About his past, about his story, and the seventh one is about, I think, I don't know actually what it is about, because I've only started it recently. So this is briefly about Harry Potter and his stories. So I didn't mention any. I hope that I didn't mention any. I hope that I didn't spoil anything for you. But these stories are more than that I've said already, and you can find many things there that is gonna be useful for you. And the story, I think, after I finish the last book, I'm gonna watch the movie. Maybe I will not, but I think I will do. Watch the movies, and maybe I'm gonna listen for the audio version of the story, cause like I said, I've read out loud couple of them, but the thing that I've realized when I was doing it, that is that I don't know actually how to pronounce many words, so many words, that I got tired of looking them up sometimes, and and I think that I'm gonna for this reason I think I'm gonna listen to the audio version of the book, cause audiobooks are helpful in learning pronunciations of words that I personally and in general we people pronounce the wrong way, and and watch the movies, like I said, because some people say that you better off not watching movies after reading books, because it's gonna spoil the feeling that you get after reading the story, because many things are gonna be different than your pictures in your head, and maybe it's true, maybe it's like that, but I'm doing it for the purpose of learning language, and I think that I should to get more information, more perspectives, about any material that I read or watch or listen. So after I finish the books, I'm gonna listen maybe to audiobooks and also watch the movies. This is my plans about regarding this is my plans regarding my future future I don't know future of this is my plan about my next steps about my language journey. And actually I've thought about recording myself a couple times before. Before I did it today, but I didn't have maybe feeling or courage to do it. But today there was a sense that I have to do it, that today is the recording day. So yes, but I feel like I ran out of things that I wanna say, but it's never true. You never ran out of things to say. You may get tired, like I am right now, but you have to keep going, keep grinding, and and this is like how to say it? This is harder actually when you don't have a person right in front of you to keep talking, cause you have to bounce your words out of someone maybe or something, but you but when you do recording by yourself, you use you it's hard, cause your brain needs someone to listen, someone to ask questions, someone to laugh, maybe someone to disagree with you, maybe. But I know that you are listening right now, but it's no help right now. cause you're not gonna, if you actually, I think that some of you who listen to this recording, if you want to, if you find it useful, you can write to me, and we can do maybe a conversation, you know, that's gonna be recorded and uploaded on YouTube. And I think it's gonna be great if we can do it, because first we're gonna, whoever you are, we're gonna practice our English. I think you are a learner too, and also it's gonna be very interesting conversation, because if you're listening to this, then we have not the same views, not the same interests, but close to it, you know. It's close to it, and this kind of conversations with like-minded people are always interesting. Yes, I'm sure of that, and we can agree about time, about like platform where we gonna meet, you know, maybe Skype, maybe other other means of connection, you know. And so never hesitate to write me to write to me, and never hesitate to ask questions, to share your views, share your ideas, because it's important. Believe me, it's important. And also, thank you guys for commenting below, cause some people did, and it's very nice and very motivating. And so yeah, thank you. Some people even subscribed to this channel, you know. You're guys awesome, and thank you to you too. And thank you. And don't think that that it's impossible to learn English, because it's possible. And very so much. And if you're listening to it, then you're a learner of the language. And I wanna assure you, I wanna make it explicit that it's possible, and that is important to learn English. Not only English, but any language other than your mother tongue. But first thing, you should speak your mother tongue, because there's so many people who speak English or other languages but don't speak their own, and this is not cool. You should first speak your mother tongue first of all. And Yes. So I think it's about it. Bye, guys. See you.